Caitlin Clark is just the best show in sports. Flat out. Flat out. What a flat game to start for the Indiana Fever against the Sparks. You clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2016. Caitlin Clark wins Player of the Month, Rookie of the Month. Christy Sides wins Coach of the Month. You're playing the Sparks. It's understandable that there would be a bit of malaise, that maybe you don't come out your freshest and your sharpest for the game. And it felt like the Fever were feeding the block a little bit more than normal. Also, the Sparks went back to one of the defenses we saw at the beginning of the year, the blitzing of Caitlin Clark to get the ball out of her hands. I think, obviously, what Clark and Mitchell have done together is now number one on the scouting report. So they went back to Aaliyah Boston, who was extremely effective in this game and has really grown as a playmaker as the season has gone along. I thought Nalissa Smith had a strong game. Of course, Lexi Hull continues her strong, glue type play for this team. But the show is Caitlin Clark, and she is the greatest show in sports. I mean, she got the triple double, of course, and was laughing as she grabbed her final rebound, knowing that she got the triple double. You can see it here. Oh, did I do it? Did I get a triple double? I did indeed. I messed around and got a triple double. No rookie in history had ever done it before. I did it twice and really should have done it other times throughout the course of this year as well. And you just see the highlights. They jump off the screen. They jump off the screen, the stuff that she does. Right there was the Showtime play. I mean, this is one of the flashiest plays you'll ever see. And of course, it's ignited by Caitlin Clark getting into the lane, going behind the back, nice extra pass from Aaliyah Boston, and Erica Wheeler hits the three. And I think Wheeler, by the way, deserves some credit. She's done a nice job in her minutes. Obviously, I'm sure she would like a bigger role. She's had her minutes cut down, but when she has had her number called of late, I think she's done a solid job. She seems like a solid personality on the team. The Fever really seem like a team of really, just good people, likable people. It's a fun team to root for beyond just Clark. But you see Caitlin just do stuff routinely that nobody else does. Here she gets the ball. Look at Aaliyah running the floor there. And then Caitlin turns on the Jets. Another behind the back pass. Good, strong finish from Aaliyah Boston. And Caitlin is pumped and doing that little hop skip that she sometimes does. I mean, that was beautiful to see. And then there was also, some of the more fundamental things from Caitlin Clark in this game. Shouts to Correlation, who does a nice job compiling these sort of things, where you had Caitlin Clark with just the strong take to the right. A little bit of a push-off for Cheryl Swoops there. And the strong finish right-handed. That's where I've compared her to LeBron James. She impacts the game in every single way like LeBron James does and did. And that finishing takes it to the next level. It's that finishing that adds the finishing touch on that. The strong finish. Because, I mean, we've seen, I saw Barkley compare her to Jason Kidd. That's another comparison I've made with the get-ahead passes, the ability to play in transition like that, the creativity of Nash with some of the flair, the deep shooting of Curry, of course, and the ability to draw the defense the way she does. That is very Curry-esque, including in this game with the blitzing. And then the all-around impact of LeBron as a playmaker, especially, which we've seen, and now also as a finisher. But Caitlin continues to add elements to her game as we go along here. She is not stopping it at just that. She's not stopping at, just we've seen the floater come out. I've asked for the mid-range. Check this out. Little Dirk action. KD Dirk-esque. One-legged step back. I mean, that's on top of the threes that she hit in this game, which, of course, Caitlin Clark is known for that. That's what blew her up on the scene. But unfortunately for Kennedy Carter, she's a lot more than just threes. She brings a lot more than just threes to the table. And here you see Caitlin with one of those threes. Boston with a nice screen. Step back, whop. I mean, come on. And obviously, anybody who's watching this channel and has watched me knows I've developed an affinity and an infatuation and have been covering this. I had somebody tweet at me today, oh, you got your Clark pom-poms out as usual. Hell yeah, I do. Hell yeah, I do. Because at this point, anything less than Clark pom-poms is delusional. Anything less is delusional. This, she's the best show in sports. I mean, who would have thought with college basketball season coming up and with the NFL, we're on the eve of the NFL season, we wouldn't be talking about Caitlin Clark going away and the WNBA going away back into oblivion. Sorry to the legacy gatekeepers when I say back. Being once again relegated to a sport that is lower on the pecking order for whatever myriad of reasons. But the the excitement, it just seems to continue to build. I played the clip of her talking about the playoffs, but this team has to be thinking championship. They got to play better than they did in this game for that to be a legitimate goal, of course. Significantly better than they did in this game for that to be a legitimate goal. But that should be what they're thinking. That should be how they're thinking. Because they got a player who she's wired different. She's got different skills. She sees the floor differently. She's got different level of athleticism and conditioning. I mean, I just see now she was asked after the game. She was tired from the minutes that she played here.
No. I like sprinting. I already told you guys. I like to run. I don't know. I feel like finding a balance of when to conserve my energy within the game and playing with pace at the same time. I think there's times where you can pick and choose. I think I've done better at that. And I think even over the last, road stretch, the coaches found good, minutes where I could get a quick breather. That becomes very important, especially in the fourth. But I felt tonight I felt really good and could go the whole stretch, but it's never really, they don't really ask me. It's not really my choice. It's more so they know what they're thinking and what we need in the moment. So, yeah, I mean, I could probably go play another 40 minutes. I don't usually like to stop. So,
I do kind of wish WNBA games were longer so I could watch Caitlin Clark play for longer. I wish the season was longer at this point, but right now I'm not putting a ceiling on the Fever season, and Caitlin Clark is the best show in sports.